Well, we're obviously relieved get this win, a win against as we knew coming into this, a very, very, very good, very talented Lafayette team. I said on the television out there, I think it's a credit to how good this league is this year. You know, Lafayette is every bit as good as anybody in this league, and so is Troy. And you go across the board, and what a great year we've had in women's basketball in the Sun Belt. And that's an example of that. You know, first half, at halftime, I was almost speechless just because, you know, I didn't feel like we were playing that poorly, and it didn't matter what we did on defense, they scored. It seemed like they were scoring on every possession. They were driving past us. The couple times we did get stops, they beat us to the offensive boards. They were just so much quicker. And again, I don't think it was that we were flat-footed and not playing well. I just think they were that quick to every possession, to every shot, to every rebound. And then obviously they hit us hard at the start of the second half. Had a huge push, you know, at the right time in the second half to just come back and get ourselves within reach, and then actually to take a little bit of a lead. And then from that point, it was just a matter of hanging on. I can't wait to go back and watch the last, you know, 5 minutes. It was just about how many straight back and forth, score, back and forth, and it was almost a matter of who was going to miss the first shot was going to be the team that comes out short.
Questions for the student athletes?
Girls, for either one of you, they score the first 9 out of half, you know, and you're down 9 early in the second half. Just kind of what's the thought there? What are you guys talking about in the huddles and everything?
Basically, we know that runs are going to come, and they did get up on us early in the second half, but we just had to, you know, take it one possession at a time, and we know we had to get a stop, and then once we got a stop, we could get a score on offense. So I think it was just a matter of coming together and just being like, it's okay, you know, runs are going to happen, but pull together.
Andrea, for you, you know, at Lafayette here, they've been able to frustrate you somewhat. Just talk about defensively some of the things that they were doing against you, and the 2 fouls that you got early. Did that affect you a little bit?
I think they do a very good job of help side and taking charges, and I give credit to them for that. But the first foul that I got was silly, you know, off of an offensive rebound. And the second one, I got a charge. I got a little inside of myself. But at that point, I actually got a rest on the bench, which I don't get very often. But I thought my teammates did a very good job when they came in the game. They were really focused, so I'm proud of them for that.
Jasmine, this game was kind of similar to the one you played Wednesday, where App State kind of made a run at you guys early in the second half, and you guys responded. You did that again today. I mean, what does that say about you guys? You know, just consider, you know, being able to do that twice at this point in the season.
We just know that no team is going to just allow us to beat them, so we have to just come with our best game every game. So we just have to, you know, just be ready for them.
Now that you can look forward and know that you're playing in the championship game against UALR, just the tempo of this game, how close it was, how hard you had to fight, just how are you guys feeling physically moving forward?
I'm feeling like I can do anything. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow's game. I'm hyped. I'm very excited about it. So.
Good answer.
Jasmine, while Andrea, the Cajuns have done pretty well against her, they haven't done very well against you all year. You kind of dominate them. Did you kind of feel like they don't match up with you, and you kind of had your way in this particular matchup coming in, or how did you look at that?
I'm just trying to do the same thing I did against them last time. Just be strong, taking it to the goal, and just focus on finishing the baskets when I get it.
Dre, I know you're probably frustrated offensively, but take me through that. It was in the final minute, the steal that you got fouled and went on the line and went up 4. Just kind of when you're not kind of hitting or getting the shots that you want on offense, what are you trying to do on that possession there?
Basically, I was just trying to take care of the ball, not turn it over after I just got the steal, obviously, because I knew they were going to come from behind because they're very good at tipping from behind. But obviously, they fouled me, and I just had to breathe, get up to the free throw line, and try to make my shot. So.
for both of you, just talk about Jess and Brittany and obviously and Jamie being able to step up. All three of those young ladies had great games tonight. Just talk about that.
I think they did a phenomenal job. Like, Jamie gets a little down on herself whenever people back off of her, but this game I thought she did a phenomenal job of getting on the offensive rebounds and going in and making layups and shooting free throws. I thought she did a great job. And Jess, she did a great job at 4 spot. I mean, she doesn't really play that position, but she did great at it. And Bree Gill, she's always everywhere, Once we get Bree Gill going, the whole team's going, so it's good.
Yeah, like we knew we were up against coming in, so everyone was just ready to fight. So that's why I think they played well.
And just, knowing that now you get a third shot at UALR, the first 2 games were close. I mean, do you expect tomorrow to be just every bit as close as the last 2 were?
Definitely. I mean, we know that it's going to be a fight from the start to the finish, so we're looking forward to it.
Any other questions for the student athletes? At this time, we will release Jasmine and Andrea. Thank you for your time, and we will continue with more questions for Coach Boyer.
Gary Smith with the Advocate. Coach, you called that timeout at the end of the possession when it looked like you were in bad shape. And then it looked like you got the play you wanted on that you called. Was that the play you called to
with
get
the last with 4 second shot clock? Yeah, players executed it perfectly. It's actually a play it's not a normal play we run. It's actually an end of the shot clock, into the clock play. And got what we wanted. I know this is a hard comment to make, but we used Gamble as a decoy. Player of the year, 2-time player of the year, but tried to run her out, and then thought we could get the ball to Hannah in the corner and just allow her to make something happen, and she did a great job. The hardest part of that was the decision by Brittany Gill to get it right to Hannah at the right time, and I thought Hannah made a great decision attacking.
And then your thoughts on when that last second 3-point shot?
Well, you hate to say, as a coach, you always want to be on and prepared for anything, but one of the things you're rarely prepared for is Hannah Cadan missing a free throw. At one point, she was leading the nation in free throw shooting last year, so you really felt like you were going to be up 3. And when she misses that, then it's just a matter of you just got to scramble around and hope for the best. And our players did a good job of getting back and at least making them take a long shot.
Coach, coming out of halftime, obviously they went on a 9-0 run. You called timeout. And after that, you guys, I think, 14-0 run, something like that. Just talk about what you talked about, the conversation you had during that timeout.
Well, the biggest thing was we needed a score. And again, one of the things I thought our team did a really good job today is executing in some key points, one being the one you just referenced. And then that was another one. We ran a set right out of that, and our players executed it perfectly to a score. And I just think it kind of relaxed us more than anything. We just needed to get ourselves relaxed, and I thought that score was able to do that. And then fortunately from that, we were able to get a couple stops after that, which really changed us from relaxed to a little bit more motivation there to make that push.
Coach, I asked the girls this, but with the way you guys have been able to kind of respond to charges on Wednesday and then today after that run, I mean, does that bode well that you guys have been able to do that twice this week at this point in the season?
Well, we've been a little bit like that all year, and you can look at the goods and the bads of that. I mean, I think the bad of it is we have a tendency to do that, to give up some runs like that, and but I guess maybe the good of it at this point is maybe we're used to giving those things up and we don't overreact to them. And I thought today was, this is a tough setting for a team that, is the higher seed and the expectations. This is a tougher setting to respond to a run like that. And I thought I'm really proud of our team for being able to do that.
Coach, 2 parts. Coming off the win on senior night over this same team, coming into this, you kind of know that it's going to be a tough situation to turn around and play this team again. They're going to come right after you. But 2, if you knew that you could get a 2-point win in this game and know that Drea Gamble was going to pretty much be held in check, you would take that.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, there was never, from my standpoint, our win at home against them was not a normal deal. They did not play their best, and we know that, and we played really, really well. This is a better indication of how good Lafayette is. Our loss at their place a couple months is a better indication of how good Lafayette is. They are a very, very difficult team to guard. They're so quick. They make it very difficult for guards, being Andrea Gamble, guards that depend on driving and penetrating. They make it extremely difficult on them because of their quickness, and they take charges and their discipline. Honestly, you have to be able to beat a Lafayette team inside. And fortunately, we've had 3 really good games from Jasmine Hunt, and because you can't beat this team off guard play because their guards are too good.
I imagine it was a concern coming in, just given the last 2 games, but just their ability to drive to the lane. I mean, at some point, in the game, I mean, you probably tried almost everything that you could think of. I mean, just kind of what is it about them that does that, and just kind of how frustrating?
Well, they're just so super quick, and they're so persistent, and yeah, I mean, frustrating is the word because. I didn't think we were playing that poorly. I mean, I thought we were disciplined. I thought we handled the ball screens well. I thought we did the things we needed to do. The only thing I told the team at halftime is I felt like we did a great job of that for about the first 15 to 18 to 20 seconds of shot clock. And with that group, you got to do it all the way through the shot clock. I don't know how many of those layups came after they reversed the ball 4 times off ball screens and they finally find a crease and they take advantage of it.
Coach, kind of lay out the next, say, 24 hours as you get ready for this matchup with UALR, and I don't think that there's going to be any worries of being tired or anything with this matchup of UALR. Just the coaching side, as far as the talking points of what you're going to have to say to them, is probably going to be pretty minimal.
Yeah, I mean it is. Biggest thing for me is the reality of you do have to do things correctly to take care of the bodies, making sure they're drinking the fluids. Tonight, we'll spend time foam rolling, stretching, all those things that when we were all athletes we didn't know what it meant, but now since everybody does it, we do it too. Whether it helps or not, at least we feel like we're doing the right thing. So I do think it's important. I mean, you do have to take care of their bodies and get the right fluids and rest and all that stuff because that was a hard win. Physically, that was a hard win. And now you face tomorrow the hardest team, certainly in the league and maybe in the country, to win against physically because they just wear on you. So we've got to do everything we can to take care of their bodies to get ready for tomorrow night.
Coach, you guys in ULR have been in this league for over 20 years, and I think tomorrow will be the first time you've met in the final, and you guys have had quality programs. I mean, does that add to the excitement of tomorrow, or is that kind of extra stuff that you want to blocking out, or just kind of how do you kind of take?
Well, again, all those things are fun, but again, it's all extra stuff. And we're just excited to be here. You got 23 wins, which is tops last year's wins, and regardless of what happens, we go into tomorrow still with two realistic shots to get into the NCAA tournament. Most teams get to this point in the season, they've got 1 realistic shot, and we still, in my opinion, have 2 shots at it. We only know there's only one way to guarantee it, but it is still nice because of the what this team has done throughout the course of the season, the course of the last 2 games, that we still go into tomorrow with 2 shots to get in the NCAA tournament.
Great game. I tell you what, I'll give it to Arkansas State. They played really well. It was tough to defend them tonight, and Hunt just kind of got inside and did her thing, and they out-rebounded us 33 to maybe 19, so they made it a little bit difficult for us. And I really liked that last shot we had to win the game. I think it was going to take that to win that kind of game, and we were going to have to come from behind, simply the way Arkansas State plays and stuff. And I thought we had a chance. I thought we made some good plays at the end of the game on defense, and it didn't go our way, and that's just kind of how it is. But I'm proud of our kids, and work real hard and everything they do. But man, it's a good thing about it is we got next year, and we only lose one kid, so we'll be back next year and be fighting. But my hat's off to Brian and Arkansas State and what they're doing, and wish them good luck.
Questions for Kia or Kiki?
Kiki, you were obviously not happy with the foul call at the end. Did you feel like you were in position on that play, and just what was your view of it?
I mean, I saw it coming, and I thought I placed myself in the right position to take it, but it just didn't fall in my favor.
Kiki, you figured this was going to be a back-and-forth game, and towards the end, 5 minutes in, I don't think either team really missed a shot. For you, was it kind of a case of you wanted the ball in your hands in those opportunities, because it seemed like you ended up towards the end of the shot clock and you're taking the shot and making it?
I mean, it didn't have to be necessarily have to be in my hands. I thought if it was in Kia's or Jalene's hand, like, we could always do something, but I didn't mind it in my hand because I know what I'm capable of doing.
Kia, for you girls, you only forced 15 turnovers, but you played really solid defense in key moments. What was the key over the course of the full 40 minutes of trying to limit them and make sure they have to get a good quality shot off?
It was basically just making sure we're on the same page the whole time, trying to stick together. That's all we really could do, was try to play our best defense, keep what we've been doing all year.
Kia, I know it's disappointing right now because y'all lost, but it seemed like y'all came here and played 2 excellent games. Do you kind of feel like y'all put y'all best foot forward? It just, you were a couple inches short. I mean, if the shot falls, you're celebrating right now. But do you feel like y'all played 2 quality games?
Yeah, I mean, that's the best I could ask for from my team. Like, all season, that's all I've been waiting for, and we did it these 2 games. It just didn't fall in our favor this time. I couldn't ask for better 2 games.
For both of you, with the way you guys played, do you feel like you deserve to win this game?
No doubt about it. Like, I mean, it was there. We slipped up. I mean, I felt like we should have won it.
Any more questions in the back?
All that being said, this is for both of you. Like Coach Broadhead mentioned, you both have to be very excited about next year and kind of what you guys have put together these last 2 games to kind of show as a resume for next year. Just your thoughts about next season.
Well, I think we'll be even better next year with Brooke and Silk coming back and Jazz. And I know for sure next year will be our year.
Anything else for the student athletes? Kiki Veal, Kia Wilridge, we will release you at this time, and we will continue with more questions for Coach Broadhead.
Hey, Coach, I think you guys have been able to contain and frustrate Andrea Gamble better than anyone in the league. How have you guys been able to do that, and how key did you think that was today?
I think her name is Kia Wilridge. I mean, Kia and Jody Quinn are just, I mean, I think they're the best defensive players in the league. You know, not everybody must not believe that, but we seem like we're the only ones that can stop Gamble, and she's player of the conference. And, you know, Kia does most of the work, and then we slip in Jody, and we can deny her the ball. We've done it all 4 games that she's been at Arkansas State. We're able to do it, and we put a lot of focus on it in practice and stuff, and we work on, usually stopping the best player on the teams and stuff. And she's a really, really good player. But Kia Wilridge is just a phenomenal. I've been coaching 30 years, and I've never seen anybody in this league, in the SEC, anywhere that can play defense like her. She's just phenomenal in what she does. And everybody, I think everybody looks, from the media to the coaches to everybody, looks at her size and doesn't give her credit. She can guard bigs. When you can grab the rim with both hands and jump like she can guard bigs. And she's strong as an ox. She doesn't look very strong, but so that's what we do. I mean, she is definitely not just a pretty good offensive player, but she's a great defensive player.
Is it frustrating that do you feel like you guys did everything you could to win this game? You shut down Gamble, you even all to the last shot where Kiki's fouled out and you get a wide open three to win it instead of going to overtime. Do you feel like everything was there for you guys?
No, I really, actually, I mean, I'm not frustrated at all, you know, with the game. I thought we played really well. I mean, there were some things that we didn't do along the way that, you know, block out on a free throw, and those things are on us, you know. I mean, we really can't get frustrated at one another because we talked about what we can do, and we didn't, you know, we didn't do some little things along the way that could have made a huge difference. You know, when we were up by 9, maybe I should have called. I mean, you can guess you know, y'all declare what I did wrong, and, you know, it's kind of how it goes in sports, you know. I could have called some timeouts and maybe slowed them down a little bit. We're the type, I know my team, you know, I know my team better than anybody. We're the type of team that we got to play through things, you know, and I knew even when they were going to the free throw line on that last call, that wasn't over. And I tell you what, I mean, I ran off the court when as soon as it left her hands, I knew it was going in, you know, just kind of one of those things. And I think that's how we had to win the game. I thought maybe if it would have been tied or up by 1, it would have been tough to make a stop and would have. You know, I liked our situation at that point, especially when she missed it. I was kind of worried about her making that last free throw, but when she missed it, I'm like, oh, this is exactly what we want to happen.
Right, I was kind of getting to, do you recall feeling better about the way your team played in a loss than after today?
Yeah, there's no doubt. You know, I've been really feeling pretty good about our team all year, especially toward the end of the year, you know, buying in and stuff, especially when we play against great competition. When we're against the better teams in the league, that's when we seem to shine a little bit. And so it's exciting, you know. Everybody wrote us off at the beginning of at the end of the summer. Had my all-conference player, Terry ACL, my best scorer, Terry ACL, and they were like, oh, what are you going to do? And I just knew somebody was going to step. I wasn't really worried about it. Somebody was going to step. It's just the kids we recruit, you know. We don't always recruit the most talented kid, but we try really to recruit the kid that's going to work the hardest. And a lot of people don't believe in it, and I do. I've been doing women's basketball for 30 years, AAU and all that, and I know on the women's side it's not about height, it's about heart.
I know we've talked kind of every postseason in the tournament about the building process. You're 2 points now from a championship game. If you could just speak to how this 3-year span has gone, and kind of to the injuries, just the roller coaster season, and you're nearly right where you wanted to be.
Yeah, I mean, boy, we would have just a little bit of luck. Just think about it. From the first, my 3 best players have only played 4 games together since I've been to 3 years. I mean, I don't know how many people in the league can win games and do that. And our first year, we suffered from it. You know, we had Brooklyn out all year, and then last year she was able to come back, and you know, and then this year with Silk and her out and Jazz, and you know, it's just tough. But you know, to me, it's just about building character. You know, it's like a lot of people are worried about the strategy we had today, and I wasn't concerned about it all with strategy. I mean, we knew what Arkansas State did. They know what we do, but are we going to show what effort? And we're building a culture in our program of winners, of champions, and every day, you know. And you know, everybody says, well, in the classroom, in the community, it really is, man. We are totally committed to building a champion in every way, and I think we're coming close. You know, we're not there, you know, yet. I think, you know, I think next year if we can stay healthy and bring some kids back with the freshmen coming in, we can do some good things. And you know, you take Joe Foley and Brian Boyer and all those guys. I mean, they've been there a while. I wish I'd have been there that long and able to do what they're doing, because I think we can. Well, matter of fact, I know we can do it in Lafayette. And a lot of people are still second guessing the way we're doing things, but it just takes a little bit of more time. But I gotta thank the media from my area and stuff like that. I know it takes everybody to believe in you, and I think it's starting to come together a little bit. So we're excited, you know. I mean, I don't really feel bad at all, and I feel bad for the kids because they work so hard and they deserve a win. But I really don't, because I thought it was a great game. You know, Brian did a good job and he was prepared, and you know, hopefully we got him prepared to play Little Rock, because it's going to be a tough game.